Hello everybody, this is Tergaia, and I'm here to talk to you about Xur for the weekend of December 15th through the 19th, 2017. I've got a couple of apologies to make. Number one, my video is over 2 hours late, and number two, I've got the wrong background picture. You may not have noticed, but I tend to have the background picture on my Xur videos be the location where Xur actually is, but he's in a new place today, and instead of making my video later, I'm just using Titan as a stand-in. Next time, we'll get it right. Before I go on, here's my information. Now, let's get to it. Xur, spoilers if you haven't finished the story, is in the tower. Gosh, you really should have finished the story by now. In any case, Xur's in the tower, and as always, get into your map and track Xur. Then zone into the landing zone. I've already zoned into the land zone and ran most of the way there. Why most of the way? I'll show you in a second. So from here, running down the stairs, going like you're going to Cade, you run past the waypoint and you'll notice it stays at the stairs. Xur is not here. Don't look for him here. Continue. You don't have to run way out here, but you're going to run past Dead Orbit. Hello, Mr. Arakjalal. And we're going to go ahead and head up these stairs. And right here. And you see the small crowd gathered at Xur. Let's approach.
The Nine show you these.
All right, let's see what he's got. This week, the highlight is the new stuff. We have the Three of Coins, which avid Destiny fans already know about. And we have the Fated Engram. I'm going to talk about those in great detail. Right now, let me quickly go over the exotic gear so people who just want to see it and get out can get out. We have the DARCI sniper rifle, we have the Celestial Nighthawk for the Hunter, the Hallowfire Heart for the Titan, and the Eye of Another World for the Warlock. The Celestial Nighthawk is a must-buy for PvE hunters. This is a good neutral game exotic, second best for the Warlock. So that's it for many of you. Here's my information one more time. Thanks for watching. And now back to the meat of the video. All right, so let's cover the new stuff first. The Fated Engram. This is an engram for 97 legendary shards, which will guarantee an exotic that you don't have in your collection yet. So you're going to get one of these per account per week. So I'm here on my Warlock. If I buy this, I won't be able to buy it again on my Hunter or my Titan. Down below, we have the Three of Coins. Many Destiny 1 veterans will remember this. For 31 legendary shards, you get a consumable which will buff your chance to receive an exotic from all activities for 4 hours. Now, this works a lot more like the Fire Team medallion in Destiny 2 than the old Three of Coins. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to reapply this after every boss. You don't have to worry about whether or not these stack. They do not. And this is not for the Fire Team. This is for the player who's consumed a Three of Coins. How good is the buff? I don't know yet. Next week in my Xur video, I'll have more information about that. But basically, it's going to improve the random chance of getting an exotic. All right, that's the new stuff. Maybe that's all you care about. One more time, that's me. Okay, let's go. The exotic gear of the week, my little mini review. The DARCI. For most of you, this is a pass. For those of you who are collectors, you know whether or not you have it. Just buy it if you don't. Why might you want this exotic? It's comically bad. Sniper rifles suck in Destiny 2, and the DARCI is not a good example of a sniper rifle. It is in the worst archetype, the rapid fire archetype. And although it has a lot of ammo, it just doesn't do a lot of damage for that ammo. The reason to get this is because it gives you, thanks for the party invitation, homie. It gives you a HUD that shows you information about the game world, like the distance to target, So a lot of people, YouTubers and Twitter, and Twitch folks that are Redditors, that are looking to science the game, will use this to get distance information because we no longer have ammo boxes or anything to give us distant information. So for testing weapons. All right, the Celestial Nighthawk. I already told you there's a must-buy PvE exotic for the Hunter. This takes your golden gun, takes all the shots in your golden gun, be it 6 or 3, whichever tree you've chosen, and turns it into one high damage shot. So basically, you use these to murk some bosses. It does a lot of damage. In this week's Nightfall, it does 33,000 damage against the boss. And that's about a fifth of the boss's total health bar. That's without any buffs. If you put an Empowering Rift down, Night Stalker Bow, you get even more. So it's a really good exotic. Moving on, for the Titan, the Hallowfire Heart. The Sunfire Furnace greatly improves the recharge rate of your solar abilities while Hammer of Soul is charged. In other words, if you hold on to your charged super, you will get faster grenade, melee, and shield regeneration. So depending on how you play, if you like to throw a lot of grenades but don't like to burn your super very often, the Hallowfire Heart can be a good neutral exotic for the Sunbreaker Titan. It's up to you. I don't run my Sunbreaker very often, but honestly, I get more use out of this exotic than any of the other Sunbreaker specific exotics. I tend to run a neutral one. I tend to run Crest of Alpha Lupi or Peacekeepers or Actium War Rig, something that's neutral rather than a Sunbreaker specific one. I'm a collector, I'd buy it. But for everyone else, it's kind of like a C+. But for what it does, it's actually really good. The question is, do you care about what it does? Moving on, for the Warlock, we have the Eye of Another World. This does two things. The first, and that they mention, is that it gives your scope more information, kind of like the Mida Multitool scope. It highlights your enemy targets, lets you see them through smoke, and actually gives a little effect on people who have supers charged in PvP. No one uses it for that. What people use it for is that it improves the regeneration speed of your grenade, melee, and rift abilities. So you get those abilities back faster, and it doesn't matter what class you're on. This is actually really strong. It's a neutral exotic. I think it's the second strongest after Ophidian Aspect. And that is it. Just to recap, regular stuff, Faded Engram, one unique to you exotic per week, per account, and 3 of coins, more exotics from doing the things you do all the time in Destiny. That's going to do it for me, Guardians. I want to thank you for hanging out. This has been a really long Xur video. If you've made it to the end, comment below, # made it to the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you Starside Guardians.